Welcome to Lake Chapala Society. If you have not been to the campus lately, we would like to invite you to come for a tour. Joining us today is LCS President Steve Balfour and Luis Pacheco, the Executive Director. Welcome.
Come on and join us on our campus.
Welcome, everyone.
Luis, our Executive Director, he's been here just over a year now with the Lake Chapala Society, and I started President a short bit before that, and previously been the Executive Director. So we're happy to give you this tour. We know many of our members have not been to the Lake Chapala Society lately to take a look. With COVID holding things back and the other activities in town, we really hope you'll come and have another look at our campus and see all the different things we have going on. We have over 1,000 people per week that pass through these gates and 100 programs that are currently active at.
So who is welcome to Lake Chapala Society?
Well, our spirit in Lake Chapala Society is we are an open house for anyone that wants to approach us. We are welcoming all foreigner or all local communities to join us. We try to be an intercultural campus, and we're trying to create a very big project in which everyone will feel just as home by visiting us.
So about the entrance, I saw earlier there were some volunteers, so there were individuals greeting us. Who are they, and how do you come about, getting them involved in the activities at the Lake Chapala?
Well, at this point, they were called the docents, and it's a program that we started with volunteers. They are not our security guards. This is very important. People sometimes feel that we just put guards on the door so people cannot come in. That's not LCS's spirit. They're here to welcome you and to help us comply with the Mexican standard rules for the COVID pandemic. But since we're trying to get out of that, they are also now starting a process of changing. They won't be called anymore the docents. They'll be called amigos of LCS. And that's the spirit that they have here. They're here to welcome you, to guide you to the campus, and to get to you to know all the information that you need so you can have a great experience here with us.
Excellent. And I notice you have an ATM in the lobby here. Is that something that it gets utilized a lot?
Yes, the ATM is one of our most utilized, along with our public restrooms. But this is one of our most utilized services because people really feel safe. It's inside of our gates, inside of our property, and people feel comfortable coming in during the hours we're open to use the ATM. Also, Intercam Bank, who's one of our top sponsors for the organization, they also have office hours here at these tables where they can meet with people, help open accounts, or help discuss with any issues they may be having with the bank. So this is one of our main features.
Well, this looks amazing. Let's continue with the tour. Luis and Steve, earlier today I was here and it was very busy. There was a lot of activities going on in different areas of Lake Chapala Society. What exactly is the daily activity operation that happens here in Lake Chapala Society?
We have about 1,000 people who come through our gates each week, and that number will be growing as we get further and further through this COVID time. And also, we have about 100 different programs that take place currently on the campus. Most people aren't aware of that. And there's all kinds of things that meet different personal interests, whether they're board games or classes. Pottery class, extremely popular one. We'll see the pottery studio in a moment. But there's so many different activities. It's really worth coming and take a look again at Lake Chapala Society and what we have to offer to the community. One of our newest areas here is our blue patio. The blue patio was about half the size not too long ago, and now we've taken over this house here thanks to a couple of donors that put up the restricted funds for it, and we've doubled the size of this patio, making a tremendous opportunity for people to sit here and meet with friends or use the Wi-Fi here if they don't have Wi-Fi at home. And different businesses will come in and do presentations here. We've had book readings here from local authors. So there's so many different activities that take place right here in the blue patio. And Luis will walk you over to our koi pond here.
I was noticing it looks more like a botanical garden.
Yeah, I think one of the most beautiful parts is the gardens that we have. And those gardens have been built over the years because a lot of people brought different trees and different plants from all over the world. It was also something that Neil James did sometimes. So you'll find such a diverse variety of trees in here, which is amazing. And the other part that's very important is that LCS is a volunteer-driven organization. So we have over 300 volunteers that are they are the heart of LCS, and they keep us going. For example, we have a very group of gardeners that help us, and they create marvelous spaces just like this one. This is one of our first koi ponds, and it's a place that people love to come, sit, meditate, read, and just enjoy life. If you keep walking with us, we'll have this, which is one of the important parts because some of our biggest offices are set here. So
Yeah, so earlier there was a lot of individuals here, so I see that it's the customer service membership office. So I guess this is what might be the heart of the Lake Chapala Society?
well, yeah, it's the heart of our administrative operations. Now, Steve will welcome you and show you our main office and a little bit explain what happens in there.
See, come on inside of our membership office here. There's several things that happen in this room. This used to be a very crowded room with beat up furniture, and it was very loud in here as we had our administration offices in the corner. We've taken those out and really set up so there's two primary stations. There's the membership for new members or renewals at the far end of the room here, and then our service desk here, where they take all your orders for any of the classes you want to register for, any of the concerts you want to attend, any tickets that we're selling for different items, and they can help you with pretty much anything. This is going to be our year of really strong customer service focus, and so we're very glad that this office has been opened up and is more friendly and inviting for all.
Now, Luis, I did not know this, but this looks like a pretty extensive library. I mean, the space is pretty large.
Oh well, I just want to reserve this moment because I want to open for you one of the most important treasures that LCS has, and it's our library. This is one of the biggest libraries in English in all Latin America, and we have amazing spaces. We have over 26,000 volumes in here, which you can come and enjoy. You can go through it, find all our different collections. We have a lovely space for kids, for families to come in and have the books that you need while you're staying with us here at Lake Chapala Society. You can rent them, take them home. You can even ask for some interchange with other libraries around the world.
So, Luis, this blue structure tent information, so you have customer service. So what is the information tent?
Well, this is I consider it like the information area. No, here you'll find lovely volunteers who are willing to sit with you, chat, and get the information to get your life going around Ajijic. Now you can ask them of many different items. You can talk to them about food, housing, how to get to a place, how to get health information. They are always here willing to help and to give all the information you need to try to get around Ajijic and the lakeside.
So this goes beyond Lake Chapala.
Yeah, of course, because some of them have been living here for many times. So what they are sharing is their experience, no? How they have come up with doing things around. And as we look on the other wall, what you'll find, for example, are oral bulletins where people will post information, sales ad, business cards, and we put all the advertising of the events happening at Lake Chapala.
Now, Luis, this is a very charming cafe style. It reminds me of some place in Europe, inside of Mexico. From the upside down, umbrellas. It's quite interesting. So it's just coffee, or what is this place?
Oh, I think, this right now is our little restaurant that we're sharing with people that put some entertainment there. We have music, but especially it's about the people, the experience that you get when you come to LCS, that you'll find a great culinary experience with the food you'll find.
So they serve food?
Yeah, we serve food. It's 3 turns, so we'll have all day working for you.
Now, you mentioned the koi pond. It's hard to believe that it will be the only koi pond in Lake Chapala Society. I'm hoping that you're not going to disappoint.
No, I think you'll find this spectacular as our second koi pond, but actually, on the beginnings, Lake Chapala used to have 11 ponds. That has changed over the years, as many things have happened. I think one of the most interesting in Lake Chapala is about people. So that's why you'll find all these kinds of little things that have been left over or they have been put in place for many different and many generations.
Now, are we going into any particular area?
This area over here will take us over to the Neil James home. Neil James was a very important part of this community. She started many of the programs that we have here, including our Children's Art Program. The Children's Art Program, it brings in about 80 children on a Saturday and use different maestros, very famous artists here in town, that volunteer their time to work with the children. But this was her original home over here behind me, you'll see. And of course, with all these years, there's been a lot of wear and tear and deferred maintenance on this home. We've really been focusing for the past few years on fixing it up, and you'll see some of our additions as we go. But this was her original home here, and as I said, the house right next to it is one that we've just recently purchased. Some people were talking about buying this, turning into apartment buildings, but we really wanted to keep it part of the original Neil James campus. So we purchased this home here, thanks to a couple of donors who put up all the funds for that. As you continue on here, we'll get close to that other koi pond that was just mentioned, and the one that really gets the most attention. People love to stand around or sit around and really watch the koi in all their leisure here.
This is beautiful. Now, Steve, it's my understanding that you have done a lot of work in the veranda of the Neil James home. So can you talk a little bit more what's been done and what is to be done in the future?
Certainly. So as we say, the Neil James home is very precious and very important to us. It's part of our legacy here. Somebody once said to me that if you could fit a credit card inside of a crack in a wall or a ceiling, you need to pay attention to it. Well, I could pretty much fit my whole wallet in the crack that was in this roof on this veranda. The fabulous tree here, the Neil James tree, has roots that are just growing and growing and have grown underneath this house. So the flooring was all buckled up, and that also affected the columns and the roof and ceiling of this veranda. So we totally gutted this out, taking off the roof, taking out the flooring, and putting brand new in. This is one of our biggest projects underway that happened just as COVID approached us here. And then the sala over here, which was her main living room, this is where we've held many meetings. During COVID, we're trying to avoid indoor space except for very small groups, but this sala has been completely repainted, and a lot of the mildew and moisture that was in the walls we've dealt with. That's true of the whole house and throughout the whole property here. And because we really respect the property and the buildings that are here. We're focusing now on taking much better care of what we have.
Now, I noticed this outdoor courtyard, and there's sort of like a stage.
Well, yeah, this is known like the Neil James Plaza. It's actually one of our most important spaces right now because we use it a lot. Not only because we have to be out space, because people love it. You know, having this tree, having this plaza, and having the stage there. We use it for many of most important activities that happen at LCS, like Open Circle, all our classes, teaching. Different groups come all day long trying to use this space for their activities, for their classes, for their meetings. But as you can see, we have a very, very, very big problem with the roots. All the floor is crooked, so this is one of the spaces that we really need to take care in the near future so we can keep on the good work that we do here with LCS.
This is patio, the pavers that are here. The roots, as you can see, are growing underneath the patio have really loosened them up, and it's a major liability issue. This is our most important project on campus that we need to take care of urgently. So we are looking for donors who can help cover the cost of repairing this so that before we have somebody trip and fall and seriously injure themselves or worse. So this is something we'd really love your support on. Also, the Neil James tree, as you can see, the planter around it has really buckled up with the roots growing, and her ashes are buried right at the foot of this tree, so it's a really sacred area to us. We have some ideas of possibly involving the children's art program to help do a mosaic design for a new bench that's here that allows for the growth of the tree. So that's another project that's on our plate. But we really need the support of our wonderful donors, our members, and members of the community to restore this to the luxury that it should be. The gazebo is the center point of the Lake Chapala Society. As in any Mexican community, the plaza in the center of town always has a kiosco or a gazebo in the middle of it, and this is ours. We hope you'll join us here.
Además, es uno de los lugares más importantes para nosotros porque aquí, por ejemplo, tenemos nuestras clases de español. Así que si quieres aprender español, este es tu lugar.
Okay, Luis, this is an impressive mural. Can you please tell me what this is all about? I know that I take that's Neil James.
Well, yeah, this is actually known as the Children's Art Patio. Many of the artistic work is taking place here on Saturdays and all over the week. It's an amazing metaphor. If you saw, as we were walking down the campus, like if we were walking south Mexican expressions start coming up more. You know, it's just like migrating from north up down to Mexico, because here it's where many of our Spanish programs take care. De hecho, me gustaría hasta decirlo en español, ¿no? Este es un mural muy importante que fue hecho en 2012 en tributo justamente al proyecto y el trabajo con los niños. As you can see down there, we can have some paragraphs that will explain the children's art and LCS history, and we also will have some of the most important figures that have worked with us for over the years. But this is not where everything starts, because here we start with the children's art program, but we can also then see on the gazebo we have all our courses. Many of them are taking on Spanish. Spanish is one of our most important courses, and many other classes that try to offer an experience of what Mexico is about, so you can understand better the culture, and we can reach out more to the local community by understanding not just what they think, but also how they live, how they cook, how we eat, you know? Entonces, me parece interesantísimo que sea la manera en la que vamos construyendo un proyecto intercultural en el que nos acercamos desde nuestras propias experiencias para experimentar cosas nuevas que nos nutran, que nos abran la vida, pero sobre todo que nos alimenten el corazón, ¿no? Y con eso una parte fundamental es la música. The Concerts in the Park has been one of our most important projects on the last year, because that fundraising has helped us survive. So let's go see where that takes place.
So Steve, what is Concerts in the Park?
So Concerts in the Park is a fundraising for the Lake Chapala Society. That's its first and primary purpose, but also to engage the community. Because of COVID, so much of our revenue was lost. Our membership numbers went down by about 40%. Our programs were stopped for a good period of time. Our bus trips and other things we did. So in order to be able to keep our organization healthy and alive, really we were with months of going out of business. That's how bad it was as we went into the first year of COVID. So for the first year we did fundraising appeals to our members, and they were very generous in how they stepped up and provided funding for we raised about $2.2 million in our direct email appeals. For the second year of COVID, I started this new concept of Concerts in the Park. This is something I've been producing events and concerts for most of my life, and so this is something I felt I could bring to the community. I bring in talent from Hollywood, from Broadway, from Puerto Vallarta, a few from Guadalajara. Every single show has employed members of the Latino community. In addition to that, we attract about 100 to 200, or for our December 1st concert, we had over 400 people in attendance for that concert. It was over 2 shows, so we were able to split it up a bit. We use the great lawn here, so it's outdoors with its healthy plants helping filter the air. And we sit people spaced apart. We do ask people to wear masks as they arrive and roam on campus, using the restroom, the bar, what have you. But the concerts this year have raised over 3 million pesos. $1 million of that went to Cruz Roja, the local Red Cross chapter, to allow them to build their Reynolds Center, which is a very important service here in the community. The other $2 million has really allowed us to keep our doors open through this year and allowed us to stay healthy and vibrant as an organization and move forward. So we invite you to come and join us. We have a couple per month. We think you'll really love the concerts that we've had. We've had a Freddie Mercury tribute. We've had Lady Gaga tribute. I'm working on a Latin show right now that I'm hoping to bring to the community in the not too distant future. So there's a little bit of something for everybody.
Well, I will say that so far this has been incredible, but Luis, aside of concerts, what else happens in these beautiful lawns?
Well, of course, this lawn is magic. We have all kinds of events, from day-to-day activities like Tai Chi, yoga, exercise classes. We even have some juggling classes at some point. We have all different kinds of art expressions, but also a whole other events. No, we have our Summerfest, our Oktoberfest, our jazz tribute. We also have wonderful catas, wine tasting, beer tasting. So there are a lot of activities that day to day they're here. We have a beautiful health fair, which we bring many things. And we're, for example, last year we start with our own Dia de Muertos tradition. So we have more than 16 altars built here. It was a beautiful festival, trying to get the community, reaching out to the community and making it more meaningful for also the Mexican community.
Now, I saw something about Open Circle. Does it take place here? And what is Open Circle?
Well, Open Circle is one of the most interesting projects in LCS. It happens every Sunday. We have a speaker that comes up and talks to us, gives us a very interesting topic. We have 52 presentations a year because we are non-stop. Well, this year we make sacrifice and we did stop on Christmas because staff needed a rest, but normally it's all year long. Every Sunday you can be here and you'll hear some amazing speakers.
Now, Steve, I see that we are in another beautiful structure inside this beautiful place, South Campus. What happens in this area?
Well, when I first took over as the executive director of the organization, almost 3 years ago now, there was nothing more than a small opening in the wall here. And our gardeners really did an amazing job at opening this up and bringing the South Campus in as a full part of the campus. So here ahead of us is what was once a private home, and this was acquired several years back. We have meeting rooms in here, we have smaller committee rooms, we have rooms where different professionals will come in and meet with our members, such as immigration lawyer, insurance people, other types of lawyers, and so on and so forth, will meet here with our members and do consultations with them. So it's a great thing. This originally was a swimming pool right here in the back part of the house, and it had turned into a weed garden when I first started here, and it was really a mess. But we planted it all with grass, so it looks really nice. And if you move forward with us here, in what was the casita of the original house, the first floor is our wonderful Mudlarks pottery program. This is one of our rapid growing classes that we have here on campus, and the group really does an incredible job. We have Jennifer, who is one of the teachers here, and she has other people who work with her, and these classes sell out pretty much all the time, so you want to book them early when you want to come. They've created in the back of the patio here what used to be a composting area that really wasn't well maintained and really ended up being mostly a home to about 1 million cockroaches. We totally cleaned that out. In the class, the students really created an amazing garden back beyond the door there. But pottery classes here take place. They have open studio where the students that have taken the class in the past can come in and just work throughout the week and work on their creations. And it's amazing the art that they come up with. And upstairs is our executive offices. That's where the executive director, Luis, has his office up there, as well as Diana Ayala. And I keep a desk up there. And one of our wonderful volunteers, Marianne O'Halloran, also helps manage the operation up there. So we thank her very much. But this is a very wonderful part of our program.
Okay, Steve, we are in a very nice area. What is this area about?
Well, this area here is currently being used as our children's art program. Originally, this area here had a dark brown and it got very muddy in the rainy season. So we put brand new tile in here and really fixed it up. We've added a new roof over the area. And we get about 80 children on a Saturday in the good times. Right now with COVID, it's a little bit lighter, but normally about 80 to 100 children in here doing art classes with local famous artists who really mentor the children. One of the people that have been through our program here is Jose Maria, and he's really, he's my inspiration with the Children's Art Program because of his energy and his absolute love. If you walk in on a Saturday and he knows you, he throws his arms around you and gives you a big hug. And he's just a person that loves life and has really developed some skills here in putting his emotions onto canvas. So this is also used for our exercise classes. It's a nice smooth surface for that. And there's many other meeting groups that meet here as well.
Now I can't help to hear the waves in the lake, so we must be very close to the lake right now.
Well, yeah. If you come over here, that's how we go all the way from one street into what makes this part of Mexico so special, Lake Chapala. It is one of the biggest lakes in Mexico, and as you can see, it's part of an ecosystem that gives us a wonderful climate all year long. So it's like being in spring.
Now, Luis, let me ask you a question. What is the membership right now in the Lake Chapala Society, and what's the cost per year?
Well, we have different prices because we can at least get 3 different memberships. It's the normal membership for any member, which is 830 pesos. Then we have a discount membership for senior memberships. We have another membership which is for students, especially that so we can reach out to the Mexican community, because we do want the campus to be as intercultural as we can do it. So it will reach out for everyone.
Well, you get a lot for that membership. It's a beautiful place. I'm very, very excited to be having the tour and commend you guys for the work that you're doing.
Well, this is our home, so we're just waiting for you to come join us, and we want to just change everyone's life.
So is there any closing words from both of you? Because this has been amazing.
Well, I'd like to thank you so much for joining us through this tour of Lake Chapala Society. I hope you've seen some of the improvements that we've done. This really is going to be the year of customer service focus, working on our IT, which right now we have computers that only operate on Windows 7 or early, which is Microsoft does not even support. And so focusing on that, and then really taking care of what we have. We are so honored to have Luis Pacheco as our executive director. He's the first Latino who's been the executive director of our organization and brings so much to the table.
Sí, para mí venir a Lake Chapala ha sido un proyecto hermoso, sobre todo porque el objetivo es construir una comunidad intercultural en la que todos quepamos. Es un mundo para todos los mundos. Lake Chapala se ha vuelto un espacio en el que somos muchas comunidades, no somos una sola, pero en la que también compartimos nuestras preocupaciones, nuestras necesidades, los problemas sociales que impactan a esta área, y parte del trabajo que queremos hacer es lanzar nuevos proyectos que nos ayuden justamente no a tender puentes, como muchas veces lo ha dicho Steve, sino realmente a generar un estilo de vida conjunto que se hace cargo de nuestros sueños, de nuestra vida, y que nos permite vivir en armonía y en amor. Thank you very much for being here. We really enjoy having you. So I just hope to see you around campus so we can do great things together. Thank you.
Thank you.